Have you tried text message marketing to your customers and not getting the response that you want, not booking jobs? Or have you not tried text message marketing because you're not sure what to write? You don't want to bug people. You don't want to lose customers. In this video, I'm going to solve those problems for you. I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to write in that text message in order to get clients from my experience in texting thousands of clients and booking jobs. And I'm also going to give you the confidence that you need to send those text messages without worrying about losing customers or making anyone upset. Every spring and every fall, right at the beginning of the slow season, I usually send a batch of text messages to my customer base. I have a customer base of a couple thousand people. I send about 100 to 200 at a time, book jobs on the schedule, and then I follow that up. All right. Now, I've coached many clients before on text messaging, and I've seen a lot of clients that have sent messages and have gotten zero response. And when I've dug into it, I learned that there are 5 things that there has to have in each text message in order to get a response. We don't want to just send a message and send an offer, right? So I normally say it like this. If you were approaching someone, if you were in the dating pool and you saw someone that you were interested in, and you walk up to them, you can't just say anything, right? Different people get different responses because different people approach people differently. A text message is no different. What is in the text message, how persuasive it is, and what you've included in there absolutely makes a difference on whether you'll book a job or not book a job. There's a science to it, and the 5 things that need to be in the message are proven. I've tweaked them. I've messed up so many messages and tweaked it down to a simple formula. Let's go. Okay, the first thing that you want in the text message is an introduction, right? Seems obvious. You probably have done it before, but there's a certain way that you need to make your introduction in the text message, and it needs to be the first thing in that message, right? Ideally, if you have the proper software, you want to put the person's name in there. Sarah, Bill, right? Now, if you don't have a software and you're texting individually, if that's too cumbersome, you don't necessarily need it. What you need to start that text message with is your name, and you have to remind them of the relationship that you have with them. It'll look something like this. Hi, my name is Michael from Acme Heating and Air Conditioning. We serviced your AC in the past, and okay, so you see what I did? I introduced myself as a person, not as a company. And then I reminded them of the relationship that we have. I'm not a stranger. So you want to remind them of that relationship. Have you ever seen someone that you sort of know, but you don't have a deep relationship with? You see them in the store and you walk up to them and you say something like, hey, were you at such and such's wedding 6 months ago? I was there. Were you there? Yeah, I did kind of see you there. You're instantly reminding them of the connection that you have. Hey, did you used to go to such and such high school? I did. I was there too. I remember you, right? This is the same sort of thing. You're making a connection when you say, hey, this is Michael from Acme Heating and Air Conditioning. We were at your house servicing your AC 6 months ago, and I wanted to run something by you. Instant connection. If you leave that out, and especially if you don't put your name there and you just say, this is Acme Heating and Air Conditioning Company, they don't care, right? People forget the name of your company 2 days after you come and service their AC, let alone 6 months later if you're messaging in a slow season or something like that. They don't know you, they don't care about you unless you make the personal connection. So that is step 1. Introduce yourself and remind the person of the relationship that you have. Number 2, get right to it. Make the offer right then. You just made the connection in the message, you just reminded them of the relationship. Now it's time to get right to it. Because if you don't get right to it, have you ever, well, you may be one of these people. I know I am. You read, and if it starts getting too long, I'm done reading. I scan, and I just go off of it, right? So you want to make that offer really, really quick. Hello, this is Michael from Acme Heating and Cooling. We were at your house 6 months ago. I want to let you know that this week we're doing an insert offer. So for me as an HVAC company, that offer typically is going to be a maintenance. So I'm going to go right ahead and say, for this week, and this is getting a little bit ahead into one of the other steps, but they start to tie together. So I'm going to make the offer right there. Hello, this is Michael, blah, blah, blah. I want to let you know that this week we're doing maintenances for this amount. That's your offer. So let's say normally your maintenance is $100. You're doing it this week for $80. One of the other things I'm going to get to in the video here in a minute is scarcity and an offer. What's in it for me? So you make your offer. you say something like this week, because you're going to make it immediate. You have to offer some kind of scarcity. Why do they need to respond to it right now? So I wanted to let you know this week we're doing maintenances for $89. It's normally $100. Boom. That's the offer. There's a pretty good chance you got their attention because you have some sort of discount there. For those that are saying, I don't want to discount anything, I'm with you. I don't like discounts either. But in a text message, when people are bombarded, we have to get their attention. I'm not saying do a deep discount and lose money, but there has to be something for them, which leads me to the next thing that needs to be in that message. It's called WIFM, what's in it for me, which is what's in it for them. Now, you're offering a maintenance for this price this week, but why should they even do a maintenance? What's the point? Because you want them to buy something? There has to be a reason that they're going to go ahead and buy. You're going to put that right after the offer. And I'll give an example. If I was selling a maintenance, that offer would be what relates to them is, did you know that your air conditioning system is responsible for 50% of the electric bill, and it's the most expensive appliance to repair in your home? Something like that. Now, you got to keep it short. And this is where something like ChatGPT can come into play. After you write this message, you can put it in ChatGPT and tell it to shorten it, right? So something that's in it for them, why they should do this. Why should they spend the $89? Why should they do it? Not something you want as a company, but something they want. Did you know that annual maintenance can reduce your electric bill by X amount of dollars, or just leave it at that? Did you know your HVAC maintenance can lower your electric bill and reduce costly repairs through the year? Boom. That's the what's in it for them. This is why they should listen, why they should purchase. Okay, now you got them with the offer. They know you, they remember you because you reminded them of the relationship. You gave them the offer, it's discounted, you got their attention, you're telling them why they should do it. Now you have to create scarcity because you're texting out. It's probably the slow season. You're trying to drum up business. You need them to respond now. So you're going to create scarcity in that message. We're doing this rate until Friday. So you might send this out on Monday. You might send it out on Tuesday. You might send it out on Friday and say, we're doing it at this rate until next Friday. That's it. Put the scarcity there. Now, there's one more, the most important thing that has to be in here. Surprisingly, it's more important than the offer. It's more important than the relationship. It's more important than introducing yourself. It's the number one thing that I've seen that converts text messages to jobs. And that is an open-ended question. If you don't put an open-ended question at the end of that text message, there's no reason for them to respond. You don't want them to read it and say, oh man, that's good. I really do need to do this. And then put it away. Ask them a question, because by nature, we have to respond when someone asks us a question. Have you ever been walking down a busy street? Maybe you visited a big city like Chicago or LA, and there's street peddlers there, and they're handing out flyers and things that you don't want. And they'll say like, hey buddy, do you want this? And you almost have to respond, no. You keep walking, but you do tell them, no, I'm good, right? Because they're asking you a question. And we have a hard time as humans just straight ignoring people. So the last sentence, and don't put anything after this one, is the open-ended sentence. What I like to put is, would you like me to schedule something for you? They have to respond, no, thank you, or yes, please. There's a pretty good chance when that open-ended question is there and they know that this is a person texting them because you put your name, not just a company. A person is asking them a question. They don't want to be rude and not answer. And if they answer no, thank you, that's actually good because you can follow up with that. Okay, when would you like me to schedule it for you? They may say, not at this time. You can say, okay, thank you. Can I follow up with you next month? Can I follow up with you in the spring? You're creating a relationship with them. Now, I have sent out thousands of text messages over the years. Every spring and every summer, I send about 5,000 people a text message from our customer base. And very few times do we get someone to say, stop texting me, because you're sending it as a person and you're not spamming them. You're not sending people a text message every week. You're not sending them even a text message every month. That's more for the emails. If you're going to send something every week, that's going to be an email, not a text message. Text message is your, I need clients now, I need a response now, blast them, right? Okay, so what are the 5 things? Do you remember? Introduce yourself and remind them of the relationship. Make the offer. Put what's in it for them. Why should they do this? Create scarcity and then put an open-ended question. And if I would add a 6th thing, I would say remove your fears or whatever it is about text messaging. Just do it. Text messaging has a bigger response rate right now than almost any other medium other than actually cold calling. I hope you learned something from this. Check out our other videos. Make sure you like and subscribe. We're putting out a lot of content, and next week I'll be putting out a video on how to get through the slow season. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.